Good evening, Source Nation, and welcome to SRN Television Live. I'm your host, Christian the Truth Jones, and thank you for tuning into my show tonight. And tonight we're going to have a very special and distinguished guest, my momager, and also one of the co-founders of Raising a Mogul, Miss Janelle Jones. But before we start talking about her, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Zelina Health, Wellness, and Fitness, Meet My Types Matchmaking, Urban Grants, Stand Digital, and New Covenant of Praise Worship Center. Thank you guys for sponsoring. So again, we're going to have a very distinguished guest, my momager, Miss Janelle Jones. She's an Uber chef, again, the co-founder of Raising a Mogul and the Raising a Mogul Society. She is also a professional speaker and part of the John Maxwell Institute. Mom or Miss Janelle, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Mr. Truth Jones. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Again, thank you for being on the show, and it's no problem. So, time to get down to business, guys. How did you end up being in the Raising a Mogul Society and becoming one of the co-founders?
Okay, let's back up a little bit. I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm gonna give a little bit of background about me. And again, as you stated, I am one of the co-founders of Raising a Mogul Community and Raising a Mogul Society. I'm also a certified John Maxwell coach, speaker, and trainer. I'm a 22-year Army veteran, and I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and a master's degree in business management. So that just gives a little bit of scope about kind of who I am and where I've been in my thought pattern and how I scaled my business and my son's business thus far. And so how I actually got connected with my co-founders and business partners is Tamara is Zana Beauty and Tashanta. And Tashanta is, and both those girls have products in the beauty industry. And those products, Xandra products are a natural skincare line, and Shy has a vegan nail polish line. And again, it's shysworld.com and xandrasbeauty.com is where you can go find and support those young moguls. And of course, my mogul, Kristen the Truth Jones, can be found at thetruthjones.com. And how we all connected was our young moguls were doing a book anthology and doing a collaboration. And we all met out in Dallas, Texas. Probably, matter of fact, it hasn't even been a year yet. It was last October. And so we're a little shy of that 1 year mark, but we actually start talking and getting to know one another. And we definitely kind of knew each other and admired each other, young moguls. And so as we sat there and talked about the things that we did, the things that we didn't know, the things that we wish we would have known, and we wish we'd have had mentors and help along this journey as momagers of young successful moguls, other moms that's just like us, that's behind the scenes looking for coaches, mentors, and a group that they can go with and come along that journey and help raise their young moguls, ask questions, because again, their young moguls are in a product service business, and my young moguls in a service business. And so between all different spectrums, we kind of have the knowledge on everything from how to go from wholesale to selling internationally, from speaking on local stages to speaking internationally to writing best-selling books internationally. We kind of had the whole gamut covered. And so we brought our resources and came together, decided to collaborate and help scale our young moguls, and on the way and along this journey, take some phenomenal parents that are raising phenomenal moguls along with us on this journey.
Wow. That's impressive. Now,
thank you.
I know you, how you manage me because I'm your son. But for all our viewers that are tuning in, how do you manage your time? Manage your time between being a mom, being in the military, and being also being a momager.
That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked. One of the ways I truly manage my time and how I juggle everything and pretty sweat it is I so with people. You don't even know, or some of the viewers might not know or realize, being able to collaborate with people, being able to connect with people, and being able to build and grow with people, you know, and within our tribe and our community takes you a lot further, faster than if you were doing it by yourself and doing it alone. I also manage my time because, like most successful multimillionaires and billionaires do, we don't watch TV. We don't do things that don't value to us. We cut out projects or activities that are basically stealing our time. So again, it goes back to time management. And so, you know, I cut out things like watching TV. I cut out things like being on social media unless I'm using social media to help further my goal and my mission. Just sitting there thumbing through social media and you look up and 2 hours has passed, or you know, you watch 2 or 3 sitcoms or reality TV shows and again another 2 or 3 hours passed. And so you sit back and you're like, wow, what happened to the time? I didn't have time to clean up. I didn't have time to help my kids with their homework or help them with a project. I didn't have time to iron their clothes and wash their clothes for school or pack lunch. What happened to the time? Well, it's not that you didn't have the time, you just didn't manage time well. So I learned how to better manage my time and my focus, and I give myself short, what we call, Kristen, you know this as we go through our GPA course, which is Goals, Plans, and Action. It's called Block and Tackle. So you block off everything around you and all the distractions around you, and you tackle something that you truly didn't want to do and that you thought was going to be hard and time consuming, and you get it done and you just knock it out. And then it gives you motivation and momentum to keep going and get other things done. So that's kind of how I pretty much juggle everything with my time management and using our skill sets that we've learned in our GPA course.
Again, guys, it's all about time management because time is the one thing no one can spare because you'll never know when your time is up.
That's right.
So now I know you're part of the Raising the Mogul Society, but and that you what's it called? I'm your mogul. But when did you decide to start raising a mogul and start realize that using your child's gift can create generational wealth?
Actually, I didn't decide. You decided. And when you got focused and got serious, I decided to walk along with you and help you. Because again, as I mentioned before, I am a certified John Maxwell coach. And I said, well, if I'm going to coach somebody and help somebody to prosper in their business and be successful, why would I not coach my own son? So I put all my coaching clients to the side. I quit taking additional coaching clients, and I said, I'm gonna coach my young mogul. Again, it's better for me to coach my own child and then go back once I feel like I've taken him as far as I can, or you know, he's kind of on where he's successful and he can kind of manage his business and run everything successfully for himself. It was easy for me to make that transition because for me, it was a no-brainer. I know a lot of parents go out and they spend a lot of money on sports and other activities. And what do? They hire a coach to coach their child in football, basketball, piano, or whatever the child is interested in. And so why not use that same skill set and same thought pattern to not hire myself and coach my child with his skills, gifts, and talent in the business arena? Because even as we as parents, we spend a lot of money, and on average, let's just take football, and I'm gonna take football because my young mogul is also a phenomenal football player as well. On average, on the low end of the year, just on football. And if you have a young mogul, you know, in the Pee Wee League, it's the youth helmets, shoulder pads. You're paying for the sport activity itself. You're traveling. Sometimes you got to pay for hotel. You're eating out. So on the low end of the scale, you're paying at least $2,200 a year. So if you think about it, parents, we're investing in our child, but are we getting a return on investment in that sport or activity? So we can't just send them out to the football field and hope their coaches teach them the life skills. If we're really looking for a return on our investment, we got to make sure we're surrounding them with the right people and the right coaches. And it's not just about them playing football, but actually learning those life skills that go along with building teams and being able to, you know, collaborate with people and build those relationships. So that's very important. And so the one thing that I learned from raising my own mogul, whether it be sports or in business, is the power of the people that you put around them. And again, it's all about positive energy and putting them around successful, strong people that will truly that are significant and will make a big impact in their life. Because you can put your child into all these sports, but if they're not around the right coaches and they're not feeding their mind and sowing positive seeds into them, then your return on investment, not only are you spending your money, you're actually wasting your time. And again, like you said, True, time is of the essence because it's the one thing you can never get back. We can always make more money, but we never know if when your time is going to run out, and we never know if we have more time. So I don't just look at as just an activity, also as an investment. And so I look at everything I do is, will I get return on my investment? So if I don't see a return on investment, then this is something I shouldn't be wasting my time on. So I look at every activity I do as, what's going to be my return on investment.
And just for those of you guys that are just now tuning in, again, this is Truth Takes, and I'm here with my amazing guest, Miss Janelle Jones, co-founder of the Raising a Mogul Society, my momager, my Uber, my chef, and just about everything else you can that's positive that you can think of. So, Miss Janelle, why did you want to join the Raising a Mogul Society? Is it to help my business grow, or is it to help the Black community as a whole grow, or is it to help kidpreneurs grow?
Well, actually, it's all the above. Tamara and Tashanta and I all decided to partner up and collaborate to help scale and elevate our children's business. But in the process, we knew there was other phenomenal parents out there that were raising young moguls, and we could help them scale their business. And when we really start seeing the community grow, because right now we have over 900 people in our Facebook community. So if you haven't joined us, go join us right now and go join our free Facebook community. Even if you have a young child that have a business that's a novice, we have everything in there from novice to $1 million children, and that's real. We're not just saying that. Mm-hmm. And so we don't just talk about it, we actually live this life, and if that can follow our children, you can see the success. And again, success looks. So we came together to collaborate and scale our business. But the other thing we saw as we started mapping out where we want to go in the future was that we realized the community that we're building, again, I talked about that positive influence and having positive people in your kids' circle with positive and good energy and good vibes, is that we're building a community of successful children that have a powerful mindset on a whole different level. And so 5 or 10 years from now, when you all are teenagers and adults, your network becomes your net worth, your network strong, and you all will have so many resources because you're already connected to multi-million-dollar, not just kids. Some of you all still be kids 5 years from now, and some of you all will just be now tipping into adulthood, but you all are already multimillionaires in y'all mindset. And for you all to actually have a group of friends, a group of unicorns, because you all are so unique and so different, to be able to just pick up and say, hey, mom, me and so and so and so and so are going to go to Paris or Amsterdam or South Africa or Dubai for a whole week, and we know as parents we can trust you because countries, and you already have connections and a network in those countries. You've already visited those countries on several occasions. You're familiar with their money system. You're familiar with the language. You're familiar with the culture and the food, because you all have traveled the globe as a business owner at such a young age, and this is nothing new to you. We can trust that you, bless you, we can trust that you all will, go out and you can actually go over there, have a good time. And for one, we love it because you all are traveling in a group of successful business-minded people. Two, you all are paying for it out your pocket. Yes, your pocket, not ours. And then you're around other successful young moguls that are going to be elevating you even further, because some of you all are into arts and craft. Some of you all are into entertainment. Some of you all, like yourself, are speakers and coaches. And you're a stock investor and broker. Well, not a broker. You're a stock investor. We have the gamut so you all will be able to educate the other moguls that you're hanging out with in the different industries. And when you all come together in that synergy and that energy and y'all connect, y'all are just going to go to a whole new level. So that was the reason why I knew this was the right tribe and the right community for me, and not just for me, but for my other mogul. And again, I coach and I love and scale you up to help other parents scale their children up, and for them to go to novice to not even knowing how to properly run a business, to we go from dream up to scale up to level up and take their business on a whole nother level. It has been a phenomenal journey. Like, we get so geeked and so happy when every time you open a magazine, and matter of fact, Miss Zandra of Zandra's Beauty was just on Entrepreneurship Magazine just this month. I think it was August issue or September's issue. It might have been August issue, of being one of the millionaire kids. So for us to be able to walk in stores and see our moguls on magazines, to see our moguls winning awards, to see our moguls going across seas, getting on stages, lighting up platforms. And every time you look up and you see a young mogul, more than likely they're connected to our group, and we've put a hand and had something to do with that young mogul's life and their success. And regardless of if it's somebody we held their business, or if somebody's just in our group that maybe ask questions, or actually come in the group to and help us some way, some hands, and touching all they wanted to be connected with, and I wanted to grow with, because 20 years from now, it's going to be so amazing when we are connected with all these $1 million young, y'all are Generation Z kids that are just doing phenomenal things, and we've actually watched them grow up and be successful.
Wow, that was deep and amazing. And I bet a lot of you that are tuning in are probably wondering, what are some of your goals? Because we've heard about Raising a Mogul. We've heard of the John Maxwell Institute, but now we want to know about a little more of Miss Janelle Jones. What is one of your personal goals for the year of 2019?
Well, one of my personal goals for 2019 is to I talked about time management, and it's always room for improvement. And so I really want to get very detailed into the weeds, where like I'm getting up every day around the clock at 4 o'clock in the morning, around the clock every day of the week. I'm going to bed no later than 10 p.m. so that, I can get my proper rest, exercise, and eat healthy, because your wealth is in your health. So if you don't take care of yourself mentally, financially, and physically and spiritually, other things will slowly start to fall apart. and you'll realize those things that were little stressors are now becoming big stressors. And you realize, you know, you're missing appointments, you're sleepy, you're not paying attention, you're missing deadlines and suspense dates, and it's all piling up and you're starting to get stressed out. So one of my personal goals is to do better at time management. And because I know, again, your wealth is in your health. So with my time management is also working on my, you know, just my overall health, which is spiritual, mentally, you know, spiritually, physically, financially, just getting it all together and going to a new level with it.
And just like my guest and my mom just said, there's always room for improvement, and it's all about time management, because if you don't know how to manage your time, you won't become successful. And this is about around the time we're going to be wrapping up. So is there any upcoming events or any knowledge you want to share with our viewers?
Yes, that is a way to wrap up this session. Because this session, Truth Takes, is about investing in yourself, investing in your young mogul, investing in your families. And so what I want to leave people with is, don't be afraid to invest in your young mogul. Your kids were born from you, but they were a gift to the world. So don't be selfish, and don't put your child, your gifts and talents on hold because you think they're not ready. No, the question is if you're ready, because this is a different level of commitment. It's a different level of parenting. When you have a child that's 16 and they're making $50,000 and $60,000 a month, and they can go buy their own car, how do you go back and say, "Hey, give me your car keys"? Or, you know, you can't make those idle threats no more as a parent, because your kid can literally move out, take care of themselves, and they constantly need you anymore. And so it's a different level of parent. So again, don't be selfish. Your kid back because you feel like they're not ready. Kids are resilient, they're fearless, and they're more than ready to level up, mogul up, and take their gifts and skills and share it with the world. So again, parents, I actually challenge you to start having these conversations with your phenomenal kids, because you take it for granted that they're, you know, they have this skill set on Instagram, and they can make Instagram stories, and they can make YouTube movies and videos. But somebody like me that's old school, I will pay your child for that gift. So monetize their skill set. Don't sleep on their skill set, because a lot of times their skill sets and gifts we take for granted because it's something they do so naturally. Whether your daughter can do hair or do makeup, or, you know, again, like I said, most actually, they did a study, and most little girls between the ages of, especially in the Black community, between the ages of 13 and 19 use more data on cell phones than anybody else. And there is no reason why you shouldn't be at least at the bare minimum. I'm talking about bare minimum, making $100 a day cell phone, especially if you're on there using data all day, every day. Again, it's about time management. So don't mismanage your skill set scrolling through social media, and you have a skill set to make a phenomenal Instagram stories, to make phenomenal graphics. And usually those are cool little apps that you download for free, and you take for granted that you can do it and all your friends can do it. But you forget about my generation and older generations that don't have that skill set, that's looking for somebody to do it for them. So don't sleep on your
Real quick, Miss Chanel, first, thank you for being on the show. But you also got muted. So would you like to say that again? Because our viewers couldn't hear, neither could I.
What part?
The last part, after you said, it was after you said how the older generation and stuff, and then you got cut off.
Okay, not a problem. I actually had an incoming call, so again, I'm doing this on my cell phone, so I had an incoming call. But what I was saying is, don't take for granted your skill set. Talking to the parents as well as the kids right now, Don't take for granted your skill set, because even if I have the skill set or my young mogul has the skill set, us as business owners, we're not trying to do entrepreneurship. We're not trying to do anything ourselves. You have to have a team to big scale and go to the next level. You can't do everything. Start off trying to do some things yourself, trying to save money and invest in the things that you actually have absolutely must have right now to get your business going. But those things, like I said, Instagram stories, YouTube channel, blogging. Matter of fact, we just hired a 15-year-old to do some amazing things for The Truth. And I love using kids and their skill sets because I love helping monetize their gifts. We also used a 10-year-old, Kimry, out of Atlanta to edit Kristen's second book. And so I love giving back and helping kids monetize their business and get that momentum going and let them know they have a skill set, they have a gift, and that the world is waiting on them to show up with that gift. So parents, don't hold them back. And if you don't know what to do, how to do it, don't worry about it. Go over right now to Raising the Mogul Community. It's a free community on Facebook. Join our group, look around, ask questions, introduce your phenomenal mogul. And we would love to welcome you into our group of amazing moguls. And even if your child is not interested in business, for them to go learn some business skill sets and get into that business mindset and be around successful moguls, you never know how they will later on integrate and collaborate and take it to the next level. So again, feel free to join our Raising a Mogul community on Facebook. And we also have Raising a Mogul Society, which is a different level. That's a paid membership. And those individuals, people, and group actually get very high touch coaching from me and my other two business partners, Tamara and Tashanta. And we actually have expert training every month. We bring in other people that are out here just killing the game to come and share their knowledge and their wisdom. And you can ask questions and you can get insider tips, tricks, and knowledge for young moguls. So you don't have to sit out here by yourself, scrolling through social media, Googling a thousand things, only to come up empty. We can help do it faster and better together than if you do it by yourself. And we're definitely here for you. And we look forward to meeting you and your phenomenal mogul over at Raising a Mogul Community.
Again, thank you, Miss Janelle, for being on Truth Tapes. It was a great pleasure having you on the podcast. I'd also like to thank Source Nation and our sponsors, Zulina Health, Wellness, and Fitness, Meet My Types Matchmaking, Urban Grandstand Digital, and New Convenient of Praise Worship Center. Those are all our sponsors. I want to say thank you to them. And you guys can go check me out at The Truth 2024 and at thetruthjones.com, where you can check the Raising Mogul community on Facebook. And this is episode 1 of Truth Tapes. I'm Christian, and that's the truth. And I'm walking in it.